Devils Lake, North Dakota. This is day one of the 2023 championship, featuring the top 40 qualifiers in both the pro and co-angler divisions. Ranger Pro Dwayne Jelm is the reigning Progressive Angler of the Year, and he rolled into town this week second in the 2023 standings, just 6 points behind the leader. Launching day one with co-angler Tom Samp, the first cold front of the season is pushed in, bringing high winds and a near 20-degree drop in temps. Casting to scattered fish, Tom gets the early bites, but in a no-cull tournament on a fishery of this quality, most anything under 20 gets tossed back.
Yeah, we're going to be fishing a combination of deep and shallow today. Once we find the right zone, I think we can hone in a little bit better, but right now we're just covering a lot of water and seeing what that weather system that came in on Tuesday night did to these fish. So.
Coming off one of the most impressive seasons in NWT history, Dwayne pulls the plug on his first spot. We'll check in on him later. John Hoyer is your reigning 2022 overall champ, as well as the current Progressive points leader.
That's how we start the day. My gosh, dude.
My game plan is to catch, oh man, I don't even know if I can put a number to it. I want 25 pounds a day at least. This is my first time being here, forward-facing sonar. And side imaging can tell you a little bit about an area, and you can catch them and they're nice sized ones, but going through some of these areas and realizing how many fish there are in Devil's Lake right now, it's literally mind blowing.
With a boat up for grabs for the champ and the Progressive Angler of the Year, John has the rare possibility of winning 2 boats at this event.
We're keeping a small one, just so our huge one has a friend. Those things are so active. The first 2 were just flying around. One nipped it. And then the other 2 came rolling in, like, hey, what's going on here?
Right.
The thing just shot up and ate it.
Ranger Garmin Pro Eric McCoy won the championship in 2021, and he launched this week 4th in the Progressive point standings.
It's been a good morning so far. We started off hot. We had our first 4 in probably a half an hour or so. And then it's 10:15 right now. We just caught our 5th fish. So we're sitting good with 5 fish limit right now, probably 25-ish pounds or so. So that was my goal going out this morning, was make sure to get 25 pounds and each day, and should be enough to move on to the final day.
Competing for 2 days, we'll cut to the top 10 in both divisions for the 3rd and final day. Sacking up 5 for 30 pounds, 10 ounces for 4th on day 1, Eric keeps himself in contention.
It's very important for a good start here, especially weighing a bag over 30 pounds. There's a few guys that have done that today, and it's not very common here on Devil's Lake. So it's going to be those guys that can go back out tomorrow and do another 30 or at least another 20 pounds to make it day 3, and that's the #1 goal, is to move on to the 3rd day.
John Hoyer, Wayzata, Minnesota.
John Hoyer rounded out the top 5 with 30 pounds, 6 ounces.
Well, that's pretty good.
30 was the goal, I'm not going to lie. There is so many big walleyes in your lake right now, and this was the first time I was fortunate to fish with forward-facing sonar. Practice looked a lot like number 7 on the trolling motor hauling down, and there's areas in this lake right now where you can't even believe it. It looks like Green Bay. There's so many walleyes.
NWT Pro Mr. Corey
Heiser put 30-15 on the scales for 3rd, while Dustin Minke locked up 2nd, weighing 31.03.
I feel really good. We just weighed over 31 pounds. Biggest bag I've ever caught on Devils. We're here at the championship, so it's been a good day.
But it was second-year pro Matt Schiefelbein with a limit of 32 pounds and an ounce and the day 1 lead.
Your 5 fish weigh 32 pounds and an ounce. That's how we're going to start off the championship. Congratulations to both you guys.
Couldn't be more excited about that. This is my first time ever leading a National Walleye Tour event in my life. It was just an absolutely unbelievable day on Devil's Lake. We had our 7 fish in the box by 8:55 this morning and took a nice little ride in. And it's a weird feeling for me. I've never been in early, let alone 3 hours or 4 hours before they open up the scales. But it was an awesome morning and a great day on Devil's Lake.
Here's a look at the top 10 at the end of day 1. It's worth noting that the top 5 are all Ranger Pro staff, and if qualified, the eventual winner could earn the $10,000 Ranger Cup contingency payout. The 2023 season of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour, presented by Progressive, is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury Outboards. Go boldly. Coming up, we'll launch day 2 from Devil's Lake and the 2023 National Walleye Tour Championship.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
Well, at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road.
Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
Back on Devil's Lake in North Dakota. This is day 2 of the 2023 Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour Championship presented by Progressive. Launching from Graham's Island State Park, we'll get second day coverage underway with the tournament leader, Matt Schiefelbein. The Wisconsin native and Ranger Mercury Pro sacked up 32 pounds early on day 1, spending most of the morning at the dock, waiting for the scales to open.
All right, we're here. We finally made it to our first starting spot here. We're in East Devil's Lake. We're on some deep rock. We're gonna be drop shotting some leeches and jig wrapping. I'm looking for these fish on my Garmin. There's big pods and there's singles. Normally the singles are big ones, so hopefully we can get started off with a big single mark here this morning. And this is my second full year on tour as a pro. I did a lot better than I did last year, and that was my #1 goal coming into this year. I wanted to fix a few mistakes I had last year, just as someone decision making and staying emotionally stable throughout the day and everything, and just not getting spun out. And it's obviously showed. I've done a little bit better this year with it, and I feel really good about how I've done this year.
Fish right underneath the boat.
Co-angler Eric Weslowski is the first to strike, and Matt makes the scoop.
Got her. 20.5.
Yeah, we'll throw it down.
Devil's Lake is a no-cull fishery. Anglers can have 7 in the live well, weighing their best 5.
Maybe.
With their first in the boat, Matt swings on their second.
There we go. Nice job.
That's one of the better ones. Beautiful Devil's Lake 22-incher. Gonna go in the box for sure. This is #2 now. Bite's definitely a little slower, like I said, but I can't throw back a 22-incher, so in the box she goes.
With a $99,000 championship prize package on the pro side, Matt is in contention for the biggest payday of his career. We'll check back with him at weigh-in. Dustin Minke launched this morning second in the day 1 standings and 7th overall in the Progressive Angler of the Year points race. With his Ranger boat up shallow, he's fishing jigs and crawlers under a bobber with co-angler Lance Klitsch.
Nice. Good job, buddy. All right. Beauty. We'll take her. There we go. First one.
With his first in the live well, he resets and minutes later sets the hook on their second.
It's nice scoop like you did before. Right under. Yes. My God, dude. Good job, buddy. There we go. #2. At first I thought it was an 18-incher, so the thing kind of came up quick. Boy, that thing grew on us. Then I'm like, oh man, that's the size we need.
Corey Heiser is fresh off a second-place finish at the final qualifying event in Sault Ste. Marie. Here on Devil's Lake, he dropped 30-15 on the scales for a day 1 third-place finish. Fishing with co-angler Tyler Krupa, the change in wind direction has pushed them off his big fish spot. And now they're struggling to get back on their bite.
Can't really stay focused on what you did yesterday. You gotta fish each day like it's new. And that's what we're doing. I mean, I came through these areas yesterday in the afternoon just to kind of make sure there was still life around. Fish.
With 2 in the live well, Corey sets the hook. Tyler reaches for the net and makes the scoop. It's small, but with the clock ticking and few options, that one will probably go in the box.
Just shy.
Go ahead and keep it.
Okay, 19 7/8.
Okay. The bite isn't fantastic today, so I'm trying to make sure we get our 5 somehow, some way, I guess.
It's been a tough day for Corey, and only the top 10 will move on to fish tomorrow, but he's still got time. This is Devil's Lake. If you run across the right school, you can get well in a hurry. We're wrapping up the 2023 season, but if you're making plans to join us in 2024, here's a look at the schedule. For all the details, look us up at nationalwallettour.com. And for the very best selection of fishing, hunting, and camping gear, head on over to Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's. Coming up, we'll join Nitro Pro Chase Parsons as he unveils the all-new 2024 Nitro ZV-21. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive is brought to you by Progressive. By Triton Boats, we take America fishing. By American Fishing Tackle Company. And by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats and the Nitro Rewards Program.
AFTCO. Any fish, any water.
She grew up fast. Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
Nitro, a rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro, a big water beast, a pure fishing machine. Nitro, release the champion within.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
Back on Devil's Lake, North Dakota. It's day 2, cut day here at the championship, and we're just about to head to the scales. But first, we'll check in with Nitro Pro Chase Parsons as he unveils Nitro Boat's all-new Deep V hull, the ZV-21.
The cool thing that we get to do as professional anglers, obviously, is sometimes be able to run prototype boats. And this boat behind us is something that's been several years in the making. A lot of the engineering team down at Nitro has had just countless hours of work. A lot of the pro anglers that are involved with Nitro, just a lot of different input factors on this new boat. And obviously you've recognized the name Nitro in the Deep V category for the last few years with the ZV series. There's a 19, a 20, and a 21 footer. And the new model for 2024 that Troy and I are going to unveil right here is a brand new ZV-21. And you're going to see, obviously you can tell that it's a pretty big motor on the back, right? But so this is going to be the 2024 Nitro ZV-21. Huge boat, right? This one's 21 foot 9 inches in length, so huge length to it. But one of the things that I do want to talk about is not only is it a long boat, but when you look at what's going to come standard in the jack plate on the big motor right here, it's 12 inches. So a 12-inch jack plate will be standard on this boat. So when you really think about the overall length of this entire rig, you're talking about almost 23 feet in length. So what does that do for you? Obviously, in big waves, it's really important to be able to span those waves. So awesome big water boat.
All new boat and matched with an all new engine from Mercury. I've been running the 21-foot Nitro for quite a few years. We got really involved with building that boat with the engineering team, and you know, it was kind of a first of a kind for Nitro, building big deep V like that.
It's going to be a little bit of a new ride. It's going to be more glued to the water, and it's just going to be an absolute beast.
It's the speeds, it's the fuel economy. I've run the 400 and I'm seeing with 83 gallons of fuel in this boat. Yep, 83 gallons, biggest tank by far in the industry. I'm seeing 67 to 68 miles an hour, fully loaded for tournaments. So pretty incredible there. You know what? There's some things on the inside of the boat too that I want to show you that I think you're really going to appreciate. The first thing that you're going to see now that we're inside is the unbelievable amount of storage that we have in this boat. I mean, you can fit just a crazy amount of 3,700 Plano boxes. Now, the one thing that you're going to see, and for those of you that follow Nitro or maybe have a ZV20, this is the ZV20 top cap as well too, right? So you have basically marine mat flooring in it. That's new for 2024. Real cool designs, very comfortable, non-skid when it's wet. But what's important about this boat is we've put those angled gunnels on the sides of the boat that can support track systems here. So you can put your rod holders in a track system now by having those wider gunnels. And like I said, they're angled, and that's something that we did with the ZV20 is so your rod holders toward the back of the boat are lower than toward the front of the boat.
Before, I mean, I used to run 15-inch extensions, 10, 5, put them all the way down. But with that tapered gunnel on there, you don't have to run super long extensions.
Quite often you'll see guys running trolling setups and they have to get their rod holders so heck they're like that long. Well, that's a lot of torque on a boat if you're running rough water. You can run the same size rod holders on this boat and it will still give you that incline.
So a very cool fisherman friendly feature. When we go up to the consoles, you have the dual level driver's side console, just like past ZVs, where you're able to put two 12-inch screens side by side. One of the things as we move up to the front of the boat is going to be the newly designed rod locker. It's still center rod locker. You're able to fit up to 9.5-foot rods in this thing. And what we have is just a shelf system built in. So in the past we had the upper insert was tubes. Now there's just one single shelf. So what you want to do is use your rod slicks or your rod socks, and you can fit an unbelievable amount of rods right in here. As we move up to the front, one of the things that we've done right up on the bow is have a big recessed foot pedal area right here. You'll see that this foot pedal recessed area will fit any foot pedal from any of the different manufacturers that make trolling motors now. Last thing that we did some changing on that I want to talk to you about is having this basically in-dash mounting area right here where you can either put a dual bracket on if you want to run 2 graphs. Heck, if you want to run 3, you can put a triple bracket flush right on here. This is recessed behind it. So basically you have an area now on the Nitros to put a flush unit or a really heavy duty unit holder that'll hold everything. So when you really look at the whole package that we have here, the new ZV21 2024 from Nitro is a huge boat, 21 foot 9 inches in length. You know, the motor capabilities of it with that new Mercury V10 make this thing an absolute beast. All the different fisherman friendly features that we've done with the track systems and all the storage features.
Just a great choice. If you're looking at a big, deep V boat to purchase, definitely check out this new Nitro ZV21.
For features and specs, or to find a dealer near you, visit nitro.com. Coming up, we're headed to weigh-in. Remember, only the top 10 in each division move on to fish the final day. Stay with us. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour, presented by Progressive, is brought to you by Garmin Electronics. Fight your fish, not your fish finder. TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor. And by Gamakatsu and Power Pole Products and Apparel.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Things you let me see. Things you let me see.
Gamakatsu, the innovation leader in fish hooks, is launching Nano Alpha technology in 2024. Nano Alpha is a new finish available on Gamakatsu's most popular hook styles. It delivers 2 times slicker performance, 4 times better corrosion resistance. Nano Alpha technology makes the world's greatest fish hooks even better in 2024 to help anglers catch more fish.
Second day competition here on Devil's Lake is over. We started the week with the top 40 qualifying pros and co-anglers on the tour, and by day's end, we'll cut down to 10 in each division. Nitro Pro Dylan Nussbaum came into this week third in the Progressive Angler of the Year standings. He gave it a good run, finishing inside the money in 19th place.
Just wasn't enough. We needed a little bit bigger quality fish, and overall it was a great tournament. Devil's Lake is a great place to fish, and it's always a good time coming here.
Corey Heiser launched this morning in third, but with the change in wind direction, he struggled to get back on fish. Weighing 4 for 10 pounds, 6 ounces, he dropped down to 15th.
Just a grind today. I knew it was going to be a struggle with the big wind, and that's exactly what happened.
Reigning Progressive Angler of the Year, Dwayne Jelm, wrapped up his season today. Adding 21 pounds to his total, he'll finish the week in 14th.
We tried hard, left nothing out there, and it's been a fun season.
Ranger Berkeley pro Corey Sprengel had his toughest season in years, but he put it together this week, qualifying 10th to fish the final day. Checking in at the top, Josh Wiesner put 25 pounds and an ounce on the scales for a 2-day total of 51.15 at 5th place.
Your NWT pro Matt Schiefelbein.
Second-year pro Matt Schiefelbein wanted a top 10, and with his 56-pound 2-day total weight, he'll launch tomorrow in 4th. Dustin Minke sacked up 31.03 on day 1, adding 30 pounds 6 ounces here on day 2. He's in 3rd.
What you got to do to win this thing?
You know, I think the best thing I can do is be consistent and try to bring in another 30-pound bag and just hope maybe a few guys stumble a little bit, and then that puts me in, or I gotta, just really be picky on what I keep and really take a run at it.
Isaac Lockich launched this morning in 6th, but on the strength of a 36-pound 8-ounce bag, he'll jump to 2nd with 66.10. And that leaves us with the reigning 2022 champ and current Progressive points leader, John Hoyer.
This is going to be a giant bag, the biggest bag we've seen on the stage all season long. Ladies and gentlemen, John Hoyer, 39 pounds, 12 ounces.
How excited are you?
Super excited, mostly because I literally can't wait to get back out fishing. I had the miracle day today, so whatever happens tomorrow, I'm excited to see how it goes down, but literally no pressure. I did what I needed to do for Angler of the Year, and I don't even know, maybe even mathematically I've won, so I haven't checked or anything yet, but I feel amazing.
Here's a look at your top 10 in both the Pro and Co divisions. For the complete list of standings, payouts, and more, look us up online. We'll be back next week for the third and final day of the 2023 championship. There are 20 anglers competing for more than $400,000 in total purse. Join us right here on Devil's Lake.
What's not to love about Devil's Lake? It's the largest natural lake in the state of North Dakota. Other attractions include Whitehorse Hill National Game Preserve. Out there you can see bison, elk. Moose has wandered in this year, so you can check that out. We've got a couple of other historic attractions around, and we've got a great golf course, which is right along the shores of the lake as well. In the wintertime, we don't really slow down at all as far as bringing anglers in. Ice fishing for jumbo perch is great in the wintertime. If you want to find out more, you can visit our website at devilslakend.com. Anything you need to know, from restaurants to places to stay, we have you covered.
For schedules, registration, and more, look us up at nationalwalletetour.com. And for the very best in hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear, give our title sponsors a look at Bass Pro or Cabela's.com. Thanks for watching the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive. We'll catch you next time.